so today we are going to be talking about parts of speech. And in total, in the English language, there are 8 parts of speech, okay? So 8 parts of speech, but today we're just going to go over a couple, and then next class we're going to go over more, and then we're just going to keep going over them until, we understand it all. So today we're going to talk about verbs. Okay, that's one of the main ones I really wanted to go over today because verbs are so important. Verbs are always used in every single sentence in the English language, okay? So that's why they're super important. And there's 2 types of verbs. There's action verbs and there's state verbs or situational verbs, okay? So when I'm talking about an action verb, I'm talking about action. Like, what is someone doing, or what is someone doing? An action that they're doing. When I'm talking about state, I'm talking about, are they doing it, like, what tense are they doing it in? Are they doing it in the present tense, the past tense, or are they going to do it in the future? Like, what state is the person going to be doing it in, okay? Not literal state, like, not like United States or anything, but just like, is it in the present, past, or future, okay? So, let's do an example, okay? A sentence could be, she is throwing the ball. All right? So, she is throwing the ball. In this sentence, can you tell when she is doing it? Or can you tell me what she is doing? Because those 2 things, those 2 questions are going to answer what the verb is in the sentence, okay? So let's just take it slow. An action verb, okay? Action verbs. So action means someone is doing something. So what is she doing in this sentence? Good, throwing. She is throwing, right? So she is throwing. Throwing would be considered the action verb in this sentence. Now, let's try state verb or the situation verb, right? And like I said, this is about the tense, right? So when is she doing it? Is she doing it now? Is she doing it in the future? Did she do it in the past? When did she do it? So let's read it again. It says, she is throwing the ball, okay? So when is she throwing the ball? Is she doing it right now? Is she gonna do it in the future? Did it say she's gonna do it in the future? Or did she do it in the past? When did she throw the ball? Good, she's doing it right now, right? She's doing it right now because we see the word is. She is throwing the ball, right? So when you see is, or when you see a state verb, you're gonna know that she is doing it right now. Or at least that's what you know in the sentence because it says is. Okay, so again, the action verb in the sentence is throwing because that is what she's doing, right? She's throwing. An action means what you're doing. The state verb in the sentence is because that's when she's doing it. So she is doing it. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so we found the action verb and we found the state verb. Nice job. All right, now let's go over noun. So noun means a person, place, thing, feeling, animal, or idea. So person, place, feeling, idea, thing, or animal. Okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a sentence. Pretend the sentence is, Rose went to the Bahamas for vacation. Okay? So Rose went to Bahamas for vacation. We're gonna go over each of these categories and we're gonna see if we can find it within the sentence. Because if we can find it in the sentence, that means that that is the noun, okay? And if we can't find it in the sentence, that means that that category for that noun is not going to be in the sentence, or is not in the sentence. So let's just practice. Ready? So person, the first is person. Is there a person in the sentence? Is there a person that's being talked about in the sentence? Good, the person that's being talked about is Rose, right? She's the person. She is the main character in this sentence. She's what they are talking about in the sentence, okay? So she's considered the person. So we found one noun. Let's see if we can find any more. What about place? Is place talked about in the sentence? So Rose went to Bahamas for vacation. Is there a place in the sentence? Good, the Bahamas. Bahamas is a place, right? So she went to the Bahamas for vacation. The Bahamas is a place, so that is also a noun. Okay, so we found two nouns already. We found a person and we found a place. What about feeling? Is there a feeling? Does she feel anything in the sentence? No, she doesn't, right? So there's no feeling going on in the sentence. We can't tell from the sentence if she's happy, sad, mad. We can't tell, so there's no feeling being presented, okay? What about an idea? Is there an idea in the sentence? No, there's not. So that's off. How about thing? Do you see a thing in the sentence? No, right? There's no thing. Or is there an animal? Is there a zebra, a tiger, any of those animals being talked about in the sentence? No, there's not, right? So we found two nouns in the sentence in total. We found a person and we found a place. We found Rose and Bahamas. All right, and originally we talked about verbs, right? So let's see if we can find the verb in the sentence. Because like I said, verbs are in every single sentence that we say in the English language, okay? You could be writing, you could be speaking, whatever you are doing, you are going to be using verbs in your sentence. So let's see if we can find the verb in this sentence. Rose went to the Bahamas for vacation. So is there any action in this sentence? Is there any action? Good. Oh my gosh, you guys are so good at this. So there is an action, right? She went. She went. That's an action. You're going. You're going and you're doing something, and that's an action. And that's also a state, because you can tell when she says the words, when there's a went in the sentence, or there is a went in the sentence, but like when you see that, you can see what tense that is in, okay? So that's the past tense, because she did go to the Bahamas. She went already, and now she's back, okay? So went is also a state and an action. So that would be the verb in the sentence, okay? So let's review. Rose and Bahamas are nouns because Rose is a person, Bahamas is a place. Went is the action verb and the state verb in this sentence, okay? Because that's showing when she did it, and that's showing an action. What did she do? She went to the Bahamas.